Arlena Schott, and this is Garden Wise. On today's show, we're going to take control of this landscape. This project here, the homeowner wants it put back into shape. She's been let go a little bit, and I want to show you just how easy it is to take control with just a few haircuts. Now, first part of the project, we have a lilac bush here, a huge overgrown lilac that's been here for years and years. She doesn't bloom anymore. She's very unhealthy. How do we get her back into shape? And we all know it's very important to keep our lilacs tight, squatty, uniform, trimmed way back in order for them to produce new growth from the bottom. So we're going to tackle this big boy. The second one here is our forsythia, and she's over to the right, and she again is way out of control. We love our forsythia because in the spring we get those beautiful bright yellow blossoms, and then the rest of the time she's a beautiful, gorgeous, standard green bush. We forget about her a lot of times because in the summer she just is green, but this gal needs a haircut big time. So stay with Garden Wise because we've got lots of other projects here, there, and everywhere. Take control of your landscape with me.
Let's talk a little bit about the tools we're going to use for this project. Ames True Temper tools will make these projects much easier. We'll start out with our loppers, our shears for the small things, our rakes to clean up, and don't forget the shovels, round point and square point.
Now we're going to get in here, and you might want to look away if you're squeamish about trimming bushes. I'm not. I have no problem with keeping them trimmed back. So, first things first, get in there, get them lopped off. Chainsaw?
Chainsaw? No.
Chainsaw. Okay, get in here, and you'll be able to see where we need to start in. This is really an old bush. We're going to have to take her down pretty far. Now remember, we don't want to do the hourglass look where you've got it kind of like this. That is a no-no. Take it from the main branches like this. Trim back anything that's been trimmed and broken. A good pair of loppers, like I said. Don't panic. It's going to be fine. Let's get going. I told you it was going to be drastic, and she's drastic. Remember now, this is for bushes that are very, very old. Really not much else you can do with them. Cut them way down. You see these new little guys here? Those are going to take off. They're going to come from the center, and it's going to be in probably a year and a half, 2 years, a really nice bush. And if we keep her tight and compact, she'll stay nice, especially in this area. Now, what we're going to do is we can get in with our small clippers or our loppers and do a little bit more fine tuning and taking out some of this, as you can hear, dead wood. So let's do that. Now for this bad boy. This is a forsythia like I talked about earlier. And she's been let go a long time. And she will be much happier next season when she's all trimmed back. So let's get to her. And again, we're going to go inside. We don't want to do it kind of an hourglass. We're going to take the main big ones, lop. I love good loppers. Again, here's a dead one. So I'm going to find out where it goes. Way down in here. And I'm going to take it out. The whole thing. Keep dead wood out of all your deciduous shrubs, your flowering shrubs. It's coming. Just be patient. No chainsaw. No. So there you have her. We have a very, very nice groomed forsythia that's going to give us lots of wonderful new growth this summer and give her lots of blossom in the spring. And then we have a very needed, very, very trimmed back lilac, old lilac with lots of dead wood in it that was taken out. It's going to take a year and a half to maybe 2 years before she's going to really come back to vigor, but she's going to eventually bloom. So stay with us. We've got a lot more projects in this taking back your landscape.
For the next part of this project, we will be moving into the front yard. As you can see, these junipers are overgrown, they're dying back. They've done their thing, and now it's time for something new. On the side of the house, there is an iris bed, and it looks really nice during the iris season, but Shirley wants something she can maintain just a little bit easier. If you notice the flags, we did call Diggers Hotline. I do not do any digging, absolutely none, without calling first.
After walking around with Shirley, I've decided that I need to take this bed and just make it a little bit bigger. We're going to take out all these old junipers that are opened up and dying in the center, and we're going to add some new shrubs, some color, a little bit of flower, not much, really low maintenance. But in order to keep most of the mess in our bed, we're going to use a tarp. Now, I know I'm going to tear it all out, but for minimal work, try to use a tarp to catch your old shrubs and all the soil so you don't get it on the lawn. It just makes it a little bit easier when it's time to clean up.
I start by using a shovel or a rake to clear the rock, the existing rock, from away from where I'm digging. It makes it much easier to dig. Then I get a couple really good scoops of soil from around the base of the juniper, use a lopper to cut off the main root tap of the juniper, and she should come right out. This old arborvitae is going to take a little bit more effort than a little juniper. What we want to do is we want to go completely around the juniper, cutting the main roots. Then I'm going to use a tow rope and my handy Dodge truck, and she's going to come right out. And there she goes. Now, to keep the mess to a minimum and make it a little less heavy to carry, knock off all the excess soil from around the roots and put that back in the bed where the shrub came out of. It makes it so much easier for carrying and for cleanup. Now all our beds have the shrubs taken out. Let's work on the edging.